Oh, man. I am so goddamn sleep deprived today. Hello, Dragon. Hello, subject. Let me tell you about that. I got zero sleep. I probably look like it, too. I am not looking like $1,000,000. I am looking like I went through fucking hell. And I did. I went through a war zone. There was actually people getting into fights over Pokemon cards. There was people stalking the people that actually stock the cards on the shelves. Scalpers that are out just to buy the cards and sell them at triple the price and brag about it to all their friends, how much money they're making and screwing over collectors. Yeah. Yeah, it's like that. It's like that, man. It's rough out here, but you know what? I did manage to get 3 after all of my pain and suffering. I mean, I gotta tell you guys, the story of me going out. So I left my house at the bright and early time of 6:20 a.m. today. And I headed over to a Walmart. So I was the bright early time at Walmart at 6:30 or something when I arrived. Waited in line. I was like the 3rd person in line. No big deal. Some other guy showed up that was his dad. And the guy behind me got actually fucking pissed off that some guy cut in front of him. That he actually went up and told him to get back in the line. He was like, no, this is my kid. Like, I'm going to buy the cards for him. And then he started getting up in each other's face. They were like getting their chest puffed up. They're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was just like, yo, dude, calm down. They're just fucking Pokemon cards, homie. And it's like, well, you know, this is Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's just Pokemon cards, man. And then it's like, fine. And so he got behind. He also, I guess, before tried to cut in front of another woman who had nothing to do. She was actually the first in line. And then he went back. I don't know what the hell he was doing. And then a little bit later, these 2 guys strolled right up. These 2 like fucking scalper chads or whatever you want to call them. And they said, yo, we left our bag by the front door. Therefore, we're the first in line.
Wow.
Yeah.
Toxic.
Yeah, that's what they did. That's what they did.
Chuck their bag to the back.
Well, no, they got their bags at that time. Yeah.
Well, if you see bags in the front, then chuck them to the back.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Tell the person who is behind you then, like, yeah, that bag just passed it to the back. They're
It's pathetic. I mean, yeah, they're pathetic and sad. But when the store finally opened, there was no Pokemon cards even in there to begin with. There was nothing there. So there's nothing there, and I wasted my time. So I was like, fuck it. I guess I'll go to my next hit that opens up at 8 a.m. There's a Target nearby. I will go there. So I went to the Target, and the Target had 16 people waiting outside at that time, and I was the 17th, and they wrote my name down on a piece of paper, and I waited for it to open up. It was nice and orderly. Everything was going well. And then when we finally went inside, there was nothing on the shelf yet again. So the Target staff made us write down our names and our phone numbers so they would call us to give us our Pokemon cards when they were stocked that day. And I was like, cool. And it's like, yo, you just got to make sure that you're within 3 minutes. Otherwise, your spot is gone. And I was like, fine. So I wrote it down and I waited a little bit, thinking that it shouldn't take too long. And I went back and it's like, oh, yes, the stocking happens between 11 and 12. It was around 10 at that time. I was like, you just made me wait an hour for just to tell me that shit now? It's like, fuck. So I went to my car. And I was like, I'm just going to chill in here. When the sun started getting too warm for me, I wanted to move. Turned my key on my car was dead. I had a dead car. I phoned Ashley. I said, shit, babe, this sucks. So that didn't work out too well. So my car was dead, and I was like, well, I guess that does it. And a kind elderly gentleman pulled his car up next to mine. He's like, here, let me help you jump your car. I had jumbo cables in the back of my car, like a true man that comes prepared, like a Boy Scout. I had it there. He put it on my car. He got it jumped and juiced up. And I was like, thanks, homie. And he was like, no problem, man. And I went on my merry way to the nearest battery replacement Pep Boys. And they did it for me. It took about an hour, but I got it done. And in that hour, I tried Chick-fil-A for the first time in my goddamn life. I had the spicy, crispy chicken deluxe sandwich with some spicy jack cheese and other things in there. Pretty goddamn good. Their fries, pretty goddamn good. So my battery got replaced and I still got no reply from the Target. And I was like, well, damn, I would have thought for sure they would have stocked it by now. But nothing. So I went back to Target to see how it was going. I'm saying Target because it sounds fancier. And I saw the woman, a slow, fat woman,
Oh my god.
stocking the shelves at a brisk pace of about 1 box per minute. She had absolutely no objective of putting that shit up on the goddamn shelf. She had a bodyguard around her to fend off the people trying to buy the cards. They were shoving each other away with like a broomstick. Get the fuck away. Come back later. This is not happening. You got to take a number. Go to the front and get your number. I'm like, bro, just hit me up. Give me that good shit. And I was like, no, go to the front. Take a number, bitch. And that's how it was. They were fending them all off. She had a bodyguard as she put the boxes and other things one at a time, about 1 box
Have a good day
per
and
minute.
let your energy flow. You and Ashley.
The slowest shit I've ever seen. I wanted to offer myself free services to go and help her stock the damn thing. I really did. Just so I could go home a little bit earlier. So I waited. Hello, Mary. So I waited another hour and she finished the boxes. And then I later discovered she came back out with another cartload of boxes that she had to stock. Which took another an hour and a half. Another hour and a half to stock. She wouldn't let anyone buy them until they were fully stocked on the shelf.
At lost_pause TBH, you should have speared the bodyguard.
Speared
and
the freedom. No. Hey, Mary, how you doing? So, I was like, fine, I will wait outside in the hot goddamn sun, and I talked to 2 other individual collectors while overhearing the scalpers in the front of the line brag about how much money they were making off of scalping the Pokemon cards and how much they didn't give a flying fuck about them. And it turns out a lot of them were balding, middle-aged fat men.
Oh my god.
So they have a presence in the community. That's how you're able to tell them. And a kind lady next to me, we were talking about our stories here of how I saw people almost get into a fight over at my other Walmart. And this lady was like, well, they stopped stocking at my local Targets because these scalpers recognized the person who stocks the Pokemon cards. And they went so far as to recognize and follow her car around from store to store just so they can get the latest cards as soon as they hit the shelves. They went that far. And so they had to stop it altogether so she could stay safe.
I mean, at that point, I probably would have gotten a restraining order, and they wouldn't have been able to get the
Oh,
cards.
they'd still just get somebody else to do it. Yeah, they would, they would just find somebody else.
If they stock, then it's more restraining orders, so they won't be able to get the card.
It just is what it is. I'm telling my story, Mary. This is very important. So, I'll get to you, man. It's always nice to see you. We shared our stories. There's lovely people there. We talked about our stuff there. And the line, I was number 17. The line went up to number 50 on the thing. And so they were started calling the numbers one by one, and every number had 3 to 4 minutes to answer the call. So every single number, I had to wait an extra 3 to 4 minutes for them to go and buy the Pokemon cards. And on top of that, they didn't limit 1 per customer like a elite trainer box. They said you can get 3 of anything. So obviously the scalpers want the most expensive thing that they can get and earned the biggest profit up, which is the elite trainer boxes. So by the time my number was called about an hour and a half later, I finally was able to get some fucking things. The tins were gone. The elite trainer boxes were gone. All that was left was Pikachu. That was all that was left. Just the Pikachu. And you bet your damn ass I got those Pikachus. I got them, damn it. I wasted a whole goddamn day. My car battery died, and I got some goddamn Pokemon cards that weren't the poggest of champs. But, you know, I still got something. It's better than nothing.